So that's cool and all, but some of you may be asking, hey, I don't see how this will dynamically wait for an element, because right now there's only one check here to see whether the element is displayed, and then that's it. How does this dynamically wait? Well, that's one thing that I miss about ReSharper, is right now Visual Studio doesn't tell us that this hasn't been used yet, right? And so you can kind of by accident forget about it and then just have this parameter here that's not being used, but we need to use it. And so what we need to do is write a simple for loop that's going to wrap all of this, that's going to check and see whether the element is present, right? And it's going to run a few times, and if the element is present, then return true, otherwise return false. So if we write a for loop, which I'll do right here, so we're going to run from 0 to less than what? Less than the timeout, right, which we set. And then we're going to do I++. What are we going to check here? Well, if all of this, right, then return true. If this, then we're good. Otherwise, we're going to sleep for 1 second and wait. So rather than sticking all of this in our statement here, I'm going to extract this into its own method. So let's see if Visual Studio can help me do that. ReSharper can help me do that, which is why I love it. I don't know if Visual Studio can. Okay, I don't know if it can. Doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do here is do something like this. If, no, did not need that to fill it in for me. If element is displayed, add the other bracket which we're missing. Which element? We need the element. Okay? If the element is displayed, then return true. Okay? Otherwise, we're going to do a thread dot sleep. Let's import our thread, control dot, hit enter. Thread dot sleep of how long? 1000 milliseconds for 1 second. And so that would wait for a maximum of 10 seconds. And then at the end, we're just going to return a false if the true is not returned. And so, of course, it's complaining that this method here does not exist. Let's go ahead and create it. Control dot, generate method. And then I'm just going to take out all of this, just some quick refactoring, and put that in here. And so now we have two great methods. One that checks that an element is displayed, and then you pass in the element, so it does our standard thing. It checks to see if the element is there, and then it returns true or false if the element is displayed or not. And then the other one is our, dynamic wait, which is this one where we specify a time, and then we run through this loop where we start at 0 and we go to less than the time that we set. In this case, I think it was 10 seconds. And so if the element is displayed, we return true. Otherwise, we do this bad implicit wait of 1 second. But in this case, it's not so bad because we're just waiting for 1 second until that element is present, which is completely okay, right? We check for its presence. If it's not there, wait for 1 second, then check again. If it's not there, wait for another second, then check again. In this case, it's completely okay because it's a dynamic check. If that element is not there after 1 second, we just wait for 1 second for the page to load. And so it keeps going until our timeout is met. And so with that, we have satisfied our explicit wait.